Do you want to improve your English listening skills while enjoying a simple, fun story? Today, we're diving into The Prince and the Servants, a delightful Level 1 graded reader story that's perfect for beginners. This charming tale is easy to follow and packed with valuable lessons for improving your English. Why are we using a graded reader? Because it's designed with simple language, making it easier to understand new words and build confidence. Listening to stories like this helps you develop essential skills, improving your pronunciation, learning vocabulary, and getting used to natural conversations in English. Here's what we'll cover in this lesson. You'll listen to the story and follow along. We'll introduce new words to expand your vocabulary. You'll practice pronunciation to sound more fluent. Finally, you'll test your understanding with fun and interactive exercises. Let's get started and make learning English both enjoyable and effective. Before we dive into the story, let's learn 3 key words. A prince is the son of a king or queen. Example: the prince lived in a big palace. A servant is someone who works for another person, often helping with daily tasks. Example: the servant carried water for the prince. A palace is a large, beautiful home where kings, queens, and princes live. Example: the palace had many golden doors. Say the words with me: prince, servant, palace. Repeat each word 3 times and try to use it in your own sentence. Now let's listen to the story. Pay attention to the words we just learned. Once upon a time, there was a young prince who wanted to find the best servant in his kingdom. He thought of a clever challenge to test their loyalty. The prince asked all his servants to carry water from the river to the palace. But here's the trick. The buckets they were given had holes in them. Continue narrating the story with engaging tone and clear pronunciation. Use pauses after key sentences to give viewers time to think. Add subtitles or highlight key phrases on screen, such as carry water or loyal servant. Let's break the story into smaller parts to understand it better. The prince's challenge. What does it mean to give a challenge? Challenge is a test or task that is not easy. Why did the prince give his servants buckets with holes? Discuss how it was a way to test their patience and honesty. The servant's response. Why did some servants give up? Explore how people react when a task seems impossible. What can we learn from the servant who didn't give up? Encourage learners to answer questions or share their ideas about the story. To improve your listening skills, here are a few tips. Don't focus on every single word. Instead, think about the overall meaning. For example, in the story, even if you didn't know the word bucket, you could guess its meaning from the context. The tone of voice can show feelings like happiness, frustration, or excitement. For example, when the prince gave his challenge, he might have sounded serious. Re-listen to the story and try to focus on the tone and the flow of the sentences, not just the individual words. What do you think happened at the end of the story? If you were the prince, what would you do? Share your answers in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Shadowing is a great way to improve your pronunciation and fluency. Listen carefully and repeat after me. The servant worked hard to fill the bucket with water. Say it slowly first, then try it at a natural speed. Let's try another one. The prince wanted to test their loyalty. Keep practicing until you feel confident. Time for a quick quiz to check your understanding. The prince rewarded the laziest servant. The buckets had Why did the prince give this challenge? To find the strongest servant. B. To test loyalty and patience. C. To carry water for the palace. Post your answers in the comments and see if you got them right. Well done. Keep practicing and don't forget to revisit the story to improve your listening and speaking skills. You're doing great. Today you accomplished so much. Here's a quick recap. You learned new words like prince, servant, and palace and practiced their pronunciation. You listened to the fun and engaging story of the prince and the servants. You broke down the story into smaller parts to improve comprehension. You practiced listening skills and shadowing, and even took a mini quiz to test your understanding. Well done. Remember, the more you listen to English, the easier it becomes to understand and speak naturally. Listening helps you improve pronunciation, expand your vocabulary, and build confidence in real conversations. Here's a tip. Try re-listening to the story we covered today or find another graded reader to continue practicing. You're on an incredible journey toward English fluency, and every small step you take gets you closer to your goal. Keep practicing, stay consistent, and don't give up. You've got this. If you enjoyed this lesson, let me know in the comments or share your favorite part of the story. See you next time for more fun and learning. If you enjoyed this lesson, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more fun and engaging English learning content. Looking for more practice? Check out our playlist filled with graded reader stories and listening exercises to keep improving your skills. Happy learning, and see you in the next lesson. Include simple, clear visuals like a picture of a prince, a palace, and a bucket when introducing vocabulary. Display illustrations during key parts of the story to help viewers connect the words to the context. Speak with enthusiasm and encouragement. Use phrases like, "You're doing great," or "Keep going, you've got this," to keep learners motivated. Reinforce new vocabulary and sentences by repeating them throughout the lesson. For example, the prince gave the servants a challenge. Say it with me, challenge. The servant carried water. Let's say it together. Carried water. Ask viewers to repeat after you or answer questions in real time like, "What do you think a palace looks like?" Describe it in your own words. Try saying this sentence. The prince wanted to test his servants. Use on-screen text or simple animations for words and phrases, making the lesson visually engaging. Include moments where viewers can pause the video to practice pronunciation or answer questions.